Hello everyone and welcome to Watches That Pop. This is my first watch review and today we're looking at the Tudor Black Bay GMT. It's going to be my overall review of the watch, looking at the good, the bad and the ugly. Okay, starting with the box on the outside. As you can see, it's a nice Tudor box. The inside one is all blacked out, quite stealthy looking. The watch's reference number today is the Tudor Black Bay GMT and it's 79830RB, the RB standing for red blue due to the bezel colours. As you can see here, the box on the outside looks nice and smart. And then once it's opened up, you can see there. So on the bottom left, we can see we've got the guarantee booklet. On the right, the GMT instruction manual, and then the watch itself right here. And just look at how the blue pops in the lights. It looks fantastic. The red GMT hand and the red half the bezel, all really good. Tudor shield on the clasp. It's a really good bracelet and clasp. Fits very well on the hand, or on the wrist rather. And there you can just see, looking around the watch, really solid, really good quality. And then the crown itself, the Tudor Rose logo on the side. I do prefer the old Rose logo, but there's nothing wrong with the shield. Just I guess it's my preference. These modern Tudors are going onto the shield though. That's what their new look is as such. And then on here you can just see a side profile on the other side. In terms of the good for this watch, well, straight away, there's a lot to talk about for the good. The colours are absolutely fantastic. The red and the blue, I just think are really, really good. Aesthetically, a very pleasing watch to look at. The blue can either go from very dark blue and sometimes very light blue, and then the red as well. It changes colour depending on the lights. It can almost look like a Coke sometimes, like a black and red bezel, and other times like the traditional Pepsi with the blue and the red. What other things are good about this watch? Extremely robust, water resistant to 200 metres. That is something which it's got on its older brother, the Rolex GMT Master Pepsi. This is an extra 100 metres of water resistance, 200 in total, a 70-hour power reserve, GMT complication and date function. Overall, like I say, this watch is probably my second favourite release by Tudor. I think it's really, really good. A lot I love about it. Like I say, you can very quickly sum up actually. The power reserve, the colours, the aesthetics, the robustness, etc. There's a lot to like about this watch. And I think you get a lot of value for the money with this watch. A lot of value for money. As Americans would say, good bang for your buck. So yeah, definitely a lot of goods. But there's also bads and the ugly. I'll start with the ugly, because this is very ugly. The movement had issues when it causes the date window to kind of be stuck in between two dates. The date wheel doesn't make a full rotation. And this can cause it to either skip dates or be stuck in between two. Really not acceptable for a watch such as this to have a default like that. It's quite disappointing that Tudor let this be released with that happening. Having said that, they were fantastic when it happened to me. It's only happened once to me. When it did happen though, I went to my authorised dealer, explained what happened, and they sent it off to Tudor. And within 2 months it came back to me with this nice little Tudor pouch with the watch inside, all corrected, didn't cost me anything. It's annoying because it takes about 2 months to do. However, like I say, at the end of the day, you do get a good quality of service and they do sort it out for you. It just shouldn't be happening though. It's not really acceptable. But like I say, once it's working, I can't really fault the watch in terms of its like function and robustness. It's really good. Keeps very good time. Here's a little picture of me wearing it on my wrist. And as you can see here, it almost looks black, that bezel. It looks a bit like a Coke. Really, really, they're lovely aesthetics on the watch. Like I say, it's my second favourite Tudor. The reason it's my second is because my actual favourite is the Black Bay 58. The reason for that is because it's smaller and thinner. And as you can see here on my wrist, it's just, for me, it's too big of a watch. This is the bad. So the ugly is not good at all. The bad, though, it's a very subjective thing. For me, I've got quite small wrists, well, very small wrists actually. 6¼ inches. So for me, a Tudor Black Bay at 41mm diameter, and it's thick as well. I don't know the exact number. I think it's around 14mm thick, maybe a bit more. It's thick though. It's big on the wrist. If you've got bigger wrists to carry it out, I'd say fantastic. Go for it. Like I say, there's so many positives about this watch, but for me, the size of it just lets it down. Now, having said that, I knew what I was getting when I bought this watch, because I did actually own its brother, the Black Bay ETA, with the blue bezel, and I've loved both of them. They're both really fantastic watches. I really do have to emphasise they are. I thoroughly recommend them to someone. If someone's asking me what's the best GMT watch under £3,000, you know, this is definitely one to consider. I'd even say under £5,000, you know, without getting into the Rolex GMTs, like, there's not loads of options out there. Seiko, Jaeger, like, there's a few, and definitely Tudor holds up against them. It's a really, really good watch. But both the ETA version and this one here as well, they're just very thick watches and probably not made for smaller wrists like myself. So overall, like I say, I think it's a great watch. The date window is very disappointing, the issue that they've had with it. Having said that, they do correct it for you. The 2-month wait around is relatively good, I'd say, as well. Like I say, it's not really okay, but it's something that I could look past due to the quality of service and the quality of the watch overall. Excluding that issue, I think it's one of the best watches in its price bracket. So if anyone's like looking for a watch with outstanding quality and good value for money, I'd say look no further than the Tudor Black Bay GMT. Thanks guys. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it and subscribe to help the channel grow. It means a lot. Take care.